Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, we are checking out Echocalypse or Echocalypse. I really suck at the name for this one. But this game just went into its quote-unquote global launch, but I'm not too sure if it's actually global or whether NA and EU have the download. I'm in Australia, so it was available for me. So if it's not, you can always get it from TapTap or Q app or something like that on the APK. Now, it was really weird because it had a Southeast Asia soft launch, and now we're into the launch. So I'm honestly not too sure. I browsed on the Discord. I couldn't find out what the go is with this game's launch. But it's here and it's playable, even if you have to get an APK. So I thought, let's take a look. This game is very strange to me. It's basically, if you took Illusion Connect, Idle Heroes of all things. I'm trying to think of other games that more people might know with that combat, but if you don't know any of these things, I'll explain it. But Illusion Connect, Idle Heroes, and Epic 7 and squished them into one. I feel like this is the game you would come up with. Now, I also think that this is the kind of game, and I'm still trying to figure this out in my head. It's like, I look at it and I go, it's not bad, but it's nothing crazy. I feel like this is the kind of game where it's not like Memento Mori, which we had on the channel a couple of days ago, where that game you're either going to really like it because of what it is or really hate it. I feel like most people will just look at this game and go, that's cool, but I don't know if anyone's going to absolutely love it or absolutely hate it. It's just that mid-ground type game, if that makes sense. Now, the first thing we'll look at is the characters, because honestly, the characters are amazing designs. Like, really, really cool designs. I think we can go into... Where is it? I think we can go into archive mode, actually, and we can go through them. Nope, let's just do this. Okay. So, like, this is where the Illusion Connect side comes in. Like, you've got your character. You can see this is Vulcan, and you can upgrade him. I'm assuming you'll get different changes to him to customize. But as you level up your account, that is going to be how far you can level up your characters, essentially. So, I'm account level 20, which means I can take my characters to level 20. If I get my account level to 21, I can go to 21. That's just a staple thing out of, like, Illusion Connect and type things. It might be out of other games as well, but Illusion Connect, just the whole core of this game, feels identical. But let's take a look at the characters first, just get a feel for it. The designs are really cool. Even some of the more common characters, like this is a rare character, another, this is an SR, this is a rare. So you can see, like, they put some decent effort into the designs of these characters. We'll just go through a few more. I don't think it's going to let me browse through the SSRs that I don't have yet. Give me a second. We might have to we'll pump out, because there's a few really cool looking SSRs. But unfortunately, you can't just tab across them. You've just got to exit out. Where's some cool ones? She's pretty cool. She's pretty cool. Wait, where's my favorite one? I think, is it this chick? No, not her, not her. Where's my favorite one? There's some really, this one. I love the snake. I love anything with a pet, like, just really cool designs. So honestly, the artwork's really, really well presented. Now we'll go through combat quickly, and then we'll come back to character advancement and stuff like that. So if we go into combat, you've got a campaign mode where you got different stages. You can 3-star those stages. Once you've 3-starred them, you can sweep them for the materials you need to upgrade your characters. We've also got, if we go back out here, we've got this thing, which is a mode where it's like sort of an exploration type mode, very loose exploration. You can just basically hit the quest, go to the enemy you got to defeat and defeat it. These are one-time clearance type things where you get a bunch of rewards. Past that, we have the patrol. So we got cage fight, which is just PvP, and we got abyssal dive, which is like a labyrinth type of mode that resets daily. But we'll jump in here just to show you combat. Combat's the same across all modes, and just so you can get a vibe for what the combat's like. So the combat, we'll put it on 1 speed, we'll put it on manual. It's basically Idle Heroes combat. In that, I mean, you can place, later on you'll unlock a 6th slot, I believe, so it'll be up to 6 characters. And they basically just have basic attacks, attacks that they will use, and they will just go through their attacks and use them. And then once their energy bar essentially is full, they'll use their ultimate. You can't even control when you use that ultimate. So it's full idle. Like, you don't do anything in combat. Now, we have these artifacts down the bottom right that you can see. These are the one thing that you can control when you play it on manual. And as you can see, this is the Epic 7 part of it. Not all of the characters, but some of the characters have really cool, like, little anime, like, cutscenes that they do when they do attacks. Now, you can turn these off, but you've got to be into, like, chapter 7, 8, or 9 or something like that to be able to turn them off. So any character that you have in your team early on, it gets quite annoying because you can't cancel those animations. They look really nice, like this one, looks sick, but eventually you don't want to keep watching those. You just want to get through stuff quick. So like I said, these artifacts do different things. So we'll put this one. This is like a bow, and it's going to shoot a bunch of fireballs, rain down some damage, do that. We got this one, which is going to be like a magical attack, which is going to deal damage to one row. It's normally the front row, but if you got the whole front row deleted, it'll do that. And then we got this one here, which is going to provide us with a heal. And there's going to be a lot more that you unlock along the way. So that just heals your lowest health target, and so on and so forth. And that is combat. Just completely idle heroes combat with the added fact that as you attack, you gain an extra resource, which then you can use other skills. Now, when you look at combat, when you get to the end of a chapter, the final boss of a chapter is going to have 2 waves. That's what I've seen so far. And the only time you're going to manual is on those final waves, basically, where you just don't use any ultimates through the first wave, so you can build up all your resources, and then you can dump the ultimates or whatever those artifacts are on the boss stage. That's pretty much all there is to it with manual play, and that is combat. Like I said, that's all there is. So it's not the most in-depth combat, but it's pretty combat. The thing that kills me is the chibi models. I know some people like them. I personally hate them. I think this game would do a lot better in my mind if it had like Epic 7 type of models, but you know, it doesn't, so it is what it is. We live with it. So there we go. We'll go attack that front row, knock it out, and you can get the idea. You can get the basic idea of what combat is. It's just a lot of auto stuff, basically. So that is that. But once again, those little cutscenes, they're quite cool the first time you see them. The second time, they're okay. The third time, they're not that bad. But the fourth to the 150th time, they get a little bit tedious. But that is that. I'm just going to bounce out of here because it's taking too long. So that is what combat is like. That's the same combat in PvP, campaign, this mode, pretty much everything I've seen. So that is your essential combat method. Now, past that, let's look at upgrading, because this is where, and like I said, the Epic 7 side is those cutscenes that they have. Also, on top of that, when you start the game, you'll get like some really cool like anime video scenes. But I'm like, I think, I don't even know how far into the game. I'm decently far. I'm into like chapter 8. And I haven't seen another cutscene except for like the first 2 you see at the very start of the game. So it's like one of those ones they put all the production value at the front end, and then they got rid of it. The other thing, which I know some people don't care about, is all the stuff is there's no English voice acting. So for me, that's a turn off. I like English voice acting. I know people cringe at me when I say that, but hey, it's what I like, especially when you got two JPEGs talking to each other. Like, I want at least English, so I don't have to like watch it to read it. I just want to listen to it, put it in my pocket, and go away. But you know, some people don't mind that. So let's move on and let's look at the upgrading system. So if we go here, for instance, this is my one SSR that I have pulled. We do have a gearing system, so you can equip gear, you're going to get different stats and all that sort of stuff. But the upgrading goes, we've got 3 abilities. Now, if we want to upgrade them, we've got the basic levels. Levels are just standard stuff. Like I said, account level goes up, your level goes up. Then we have breakthroughs. This is going to be your duping system, and breakthroughs is going to give you the stars. You can see here, no you can't because my fat head's in the way, but you can see here that all my stars are black. If I get dupes, I will eventually make those stars, I think it's gold or whatever color it is, and then they will be, you know, that's how you get your dupe up system with the breakthroughs, and that's going to be how you get skill ups for your skill 2. I believe it's skill 1 as well, I can't remember, but then we also have augmenting, which these are resources you're going to have to get throughout the map. And like I said, this is very Illusion Connect style. And you can just go, okay, where do I get this from? I'm not up to there, so I can't do it. But you would just hit go, and then you can just sweep that stage, provided you have the stamina. You get those resources, and then you can augment. But you're obviously gated by your progression here, because some of the items you cannot get based on, you know, where you're at. But if I go to a different character here, for instance, let's go, no, screw you. Let's go to you, for instance. So if I wanted this, I just hit search, and it automatically fills it with how many I need to do to get the amount that I need. So there we go. I get some experience as well, and I level up. So this one, I'd literally just go that, attack, skip quest, confirm, and this is the quick augmenting. So I do like that you've got this like quick skip feature just to go ahead and, you know, farm for the materials. You don't have to go back there and continue farming to do it. So that I ran out because I ran out of stamina. I'd have to fill up my stamina again. I got some stamina pots to do the last one, and we can do that. Boink. Danskis. and then we're going to augment, and then we get the upgrade there. And then augmenting is how you actually get some basic attribute upgrades, but it's also how you unlock the passives. So you can see here at level 2 augment, I'll unlock my 3rd skill, which is always a passive. So that's something else to consider, that you do want to get those augments up to go ahead and get those upgrades. And that is the basic upgrade system. So you can see that we just did level up my account to level 21. So now I'm going to be able to level my characters to level 21, but I'm not going to be able to level them anywhere past that. So that is basically all the systems in the game that I've seen so far. A lot of these things do unlock as you go. There's some interesting stuff, like this one here. It's so like you get to do 3 10 pulls, all guaranteed in SSR, and then you get to select one. But like I can't select it until I complete the missions, and it looks like the missions, I've got to clear combat zone 12. And then I don't know whether once I clear this round, I get it, and then there's another one. But there's a lot of stuff like that. There wasn't any pre-registration rewards in the mail or anything which kind of sucked. So I don't even think re-rolling is going to be a thing in this game. Not too sure. It could be, and I could have just missed it. I've done 2 10 pulls on my account so far. But let's jump in. I'll show you some summons because that's about all that's left to look at. This is a game that I definitely won't be playing. Like I said, it's like cool. Like the art's cool, but it's just... it lacks that something. We look at things coming out like Nikkei, which is very unique. Even Memento Mori, like just the way that game is presented visually and audio is quite nice. That game has no combat, but I still sort of prefer it to this game personally. But hey, I think it's one that, you know, if you jump into and try it, you may just like it. So I don't have enough for a 10 pull, but we do have, let's see, what's this? The percentage of limited increase. Okay, I don't know. This banner only just popped up. Well, I kind of like this one. I like the unicorn, and I want the upgrade on that. But I can only do singles because I don't have many summons. So let's just go ahead and do one. Show you what the summon animation looks like. Does this, goes pew, 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 pew. And you want it to go gold, and that would mean you got something. But didn't go gold. Means we got nothing. And it's kind of like Illusion Connect again, where if you summon a new character, it'll do like an animation for them. If you don't summon a new character, it'll just skip altogether. So that's the basic gist of the game. Like I said, solid game, just nothing crazy. And especially at a time where there's a lot coming out, especially we've got Path to Nowhere next week. We've got Vera 2.0 in Tower of Fantasy that's just launched today. You know, and then we've got Nikkei on the 4th. Then we've got Neural Cloud next month as well. There's a lot of good games, and I just don't think this one quite stands up to the rest, in my opinion. But you guys let me know what you think. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.